You might be a builder if you have ever looked at a blank space, a vacant lot, an empty organization, an unbuilt idea, and seen with absolute clarity the finished structure, not a vague vision, a blueprint, complete with dimensions. You might be a builder if people call you intense, driven, or relentless, and you have never understood the alternative. Because when you see what needs to be built, not building it is not an option. You might be a builder if you think in systems, not moments. You do not just solve problems. You build solutions that prevent the problem from ever returning. You might be a builder if you have ever been frustrated by organizations, churches, businesses, or movements that have great vision but terrible structure, because you know that vision without structure is a dream that will never stand. You are a builder, a kingdom architect, and your design is the foundation upon which lasting movements are constructed. The builder is designed to create lasting structures and establish strong foundations. Your apostolic nature means you see the big picture and have the drive to bring it into reality. You are wired to build systems, organizations, and movements that outlast you, structures that serve people long after you are gone. How the builder operates: a visionary leader that sees the completed structure before the first stone is laid. The ability to create systems and organizations from nothing. Natural authority that attracts teams and resources. And the drive to build things that endure beyond a single generation. The builder is not a manager. The builder is a founder. They do not maintain what exists. They create what does not yet exist. Where the steward multiplies resources and the activator provides labor, the builder provides the architecture, the blueprint that tells every other design type where their contribution fits. The builder thinks in generations, not seasons. They are not interested in temporary solutions. They build infrastructure, physical, organizational, spiritual, that will serve people who have not been born yet. Growth areas for the builder: learning to value people as much as projects, avoiding the trap of building empires instead of kingdoms, and recognizing that the greatest structures are built in partnership with others, not in isolation. Your brain was built for this. Nikola Tesla famously designed, built, and tested his inventions entirely in his mind before ever creating a physical prototype. He could visualize a machine with such precision that he could run it mentally, identify flaws, and refine the design, all before touching a single piece of metal. Neuroscience confirms that mental visualization activates the same neural pathways as physical action. The builder's ability to see the finished structure before it exists is not imagination. It is neural architecture. Their brain is literally constructing the blueprint at the neurological level before their hands construct it in the physical world. Quantum faith, Annette Capps writes, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God said, 'Let there be light,' and there was light." Words are the most powerful things in the universe. The builder operates on this principle. They speak structures into existence. They declare what will be built before it is built. And quantum physics confirms that this is not metaphor. The observer effect demonstrates that consciousness shapes reality. The builder's vision, their mental observation of a finished structure, is a creative act. They are collapsing possibility into reality through the power of focused, spirit-led intention. Dr. Caroline Leaf explains, mind over matter. Your body is not in control of your mind. Your mind is in control of your body. And the mind is stronger than your body. Mind certainly is over matter. The builder embodies this principle. They do not wait for physical resources to appear before they begin building. They build first in the mind, in the spirit, and then the physical follows. Tesla saw alternating current in his mind decades before the world had the infrastructure to support it. The builder's mind leads. The physical world follows. This is the spirit-first order in its most tangible expression. In 1884, a young Serbian immigrant arrived in New York City with 4 cents in his pocket, a few poems, and a head full of visions that would change the world. His name was Nikola Tesla, and he could see things that no one else could see. Tesla did not just invent, he architected. He saw entire systems, not individual devices, but interconnected networks of power that could light up cities, connect continents, and transform civilization. His vision was not for a better light bulb, it was for a new world. His design put him in direct conflict with Thomas Edison, the most powerful inventor in America. Edison championed direct current, a system that was limited, inefficient, and could only power a few city blocks. Tesla saw alternating current, a system that could transmit electricity across hundreds of miles. Edison launched a public campaign to discredit Tesla's vision, going so far as to electrocute animals publicly to prove that AC was dangerous. But Tesla was a builder, and builders do not abandon the blueprint because of opposition. So Tesla partnered with George Westinghouse, and together they built the first legal large-scale AC power system. When they harnessed Niagara Falls, turning the most powerful waterfall in North America into a power source for an entire region, the world saw what Tesla had seen in his mind for years. He said, "The present is theirs. The future, for which I really worked, is mine." Tesla's alternating current system is the foundation of every electrical grid on the planet. Every light you turn on, every device you charge, every city that glows at night, it runs on the system. One builder saw in his mind before anyone else could see it. That is a builder's design. They do not build for the present, build for the future. Tesla saw entire systems in his mind before they existed in the world. And while I am not comparing myself to Tesla, I understand that builder instinct, that drive to look at nothing and see something, to take a blank space and architect a future in it. I'm speaking to you right now from a studio I built right here in a foreign country from scratch. I use this studio for my online work, for the C-Link, for my speaking business, for my content creation. But it is more than a room with a camera. It is a system. I built 2 businesses that operate from this space. I build a podcasting and content creation studio in Mexico, a country where I had no infrastructure, no team waiting for me, no safety net. And I did not just build it for myself. I built it as a location where digital nomads can book a stay for their work getaway at the itinerant oasis, a place where other builders, other creators, other purpose-driven people can come and do their work in an environment that was designed, intentionally designed, to support their calling. That is a builder's design. You do not just build for yourself, you build for others. Tesla did not build alternating current so he could have electricity in his apartment. He built it so cities could light up. The builder thinks in systems. The builder thinks in legacy. The builder looks at a blank space and sees not what is, but what is meant to become. And here is what I want every builder listening to hear. You do not need permission to build. You do not need the perfect conditions. You do not need everyone to understand the blueprint. Tesla had 4 cents in his pocket. Remember that when he arrived in New York. I had a vision and a foreign country. The builder's design does not wait for resources to arrive. The builder builds, and the resources follow. Because when the Spirit is governing the blueprint, the provision is already in the plan. The wounded builder does not stop building. That is a danger. They keep constructing, but the structures serve ego instead of purpose. Vision becomes an empire. Blueprint becomes a monument to self. They build kingdoms instead of a kingdom. The wounded builder becomes authoritarian, demanding control over every detail, refusing to delegate, crushing anyone who questions the vision. They confuse leadership with dominance. They mistake isolation for independence. The wounded builder can also become so consumed by the project that they destroy the people around them. Relationships become collateral damage. Family becomes secondary. Health becomes expendable. They build the cathedral but lose the congregation. If this is you, your design is not the problem. The vision is still there. The architectural mind is still extraordinary, but the spirit is still not governing it. The body has taken the wheel, and the body without the spirit builds structures that impress the world but serve no one. When the spirit governs the builder, the vision does not shrink, it purifies. You still build, you still architect, you still think in systems and generations, but you build what the spirit commissions, not what the ego demands. And the structures you create serve people, not your own legacy. Dr. Caroline Leaf says, "We are not victims of our biology. We are co-creators of our destiny alongside God. God leads, but we have to choose to let God lead. The spirit-governed builder is the ultimate co-creator. They bring the architectural gift. God brings the blueprint. Together, they build structures that carry the weight of eternity. The spirit-governed builder also learns that the greatest structure they will ever build is not an organization, business, or a movement. It is a life, their own life, and the lives of those they lead. Tesla lit up cities, but the spirit-governed builder lights up people. You are a builder. Here is your activation step this week. Take the vision you have been carrying, the structure you have been designing in your mind, and submit it to the Spirit. Not abandon it, submit it. Ask, is this your blueprint or mine? Am I building a kingdom or the kingdom? The builder's greatest act of faith is not building, it is surrendering the blueprint. Take the DNA of Design quiz at calebmatthews.net and join me next time, our final episode, as we explore the healer, the heart restorer. See the link, find your design, live your purpose.